While it's common to upgrade the size of a turbocharger for more horsepower, a sometimes overlooked aspect is the rear side, being the turbocharger exhaust housing. In this video, we'll take a look at a simple exhaust side upgrade and see what real-world results it produced. The car in question is a 1980s Holden VL Calais featuring the factory-fitted Nissan RB30 turbo engine. Still at a 3 litre capacity, this one's been beefed up with Argo rods and JE pistons, while up top the head is ported and uses a Cometic gasket, half-inch studs and a larger duration hydraulic camshaft. The car itself is extremely well finished off, with a complement of quality components front to back. The turbo used in this dyno session is a Garrett GTX3582R Gen II, featuring a standard rotation core with a 66mm front wheel and a T4 entry 0.82 AR sized exhaust housing. This sits on a hybrid performance extractor manifold with an external wastegate. Tuned by Ben Dyno of Dyno Performance, the Holden is being run up on Tunnel Vision's 3000 horsepower Mainline hub dyno. After a series of power runs, the Calais is consistently making around 630 horsepower, with peak boost at around 33 psi, but falling off to 30 psi. In the top end of the rev range, the turbo simply won't generate any more boost. Time to swap out the exhaust housing. A bump up in size to a T4 1.06 unit, which should result in less restriction. The housing is the only change. The same exhaust wheel and front side is retained. First pull and it looks like we've lost power, but the reality is the boost has dropped under 30 psi due to lower exhaust gas velocity. Bringing the boost back to where it was should result in a power increase. With peak boost back up to 34 psi, the fall off isn't so great. With peak power now up to over 660 horsepower. The trade-off is obviously a small increase in transient response. With additional fine-tuning, power is now up to 680 horsepower, but the guys have just found their next problem. It appears they are reaching the limit of the front wheel. In short, the turbo is starting to run off the edge of its compressor map. Rather than make any more changes, a great real-world test is to see how this upgrade reacts at the track. The car has previously run a best of 10.1 over the quarter mile, so the guys are confident of a 9-second pass. The rest of the car remains the same, with a Powerglide transmission and a mini-tubbed rear end using a 35 spline 9-inch diff and 325 street radial tyres. The Holden comes in at a race weight of 3630 pounds or 1646 kilos including driver. Boom, first pass and a new personal best of 998 at 138 mph. Let's see if there's a bit more left in it yet. At the time of this edit, the Calais was in the midst of switching to a larger Garrett G42 turbo. We'll keep you posted on those results.